friends. I started making some earrings and then I realized that I should probably invite you to the party. So, hi, welcome to the earring party. All the different colors. I already made these guys. They're bone and serpentine. I'm using a thinner wire, still sterling, but it's 21 gauge. Nope, I lied. It's 24 gauge. The bigger the number, the thinner the wire. I didn't make the rules, but that's just how it goes. I still use these fairly standard ear wires. It's because most people can agree on them. And if not, if you use too funky of something for just basic earrings, then people request all kinds of different shapes and sizes. So we just stick with these. I order funky ones for specific projects that I have. That's how I get around that one. I've got like wood. These are all wood. Horn, amazonites, lemon agate, blue quartz, corals, olive jade. Ooh, these guys. I'm so excited about these. These are some peace doves. They're mother of pearl. I think I'm going to put them with these little bells, these little brass bells. Can you hear that? Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. Anyways, they do tinkle. Tinkle, 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 tinkle. So yeah. I just making earrings today. I haven't made them in a long time. I don't generally make them. I think I talked about this with my my spoon earrings that I made. I'm not really good at making things even. So I tend to get frustrated easily when it comes to earring making. Which is also why for a period of time I made earrings that specifically didn't match so that nobody could be mad at me, and I beat them to the punch. But I'll make some more of those soon. But right now we're making these. Just trying to get my stock up. I start school here in a couple weeks. So I want to get my stock up so that I can spend some time getting into the groove of that. I've also been trying to clean up around the house, like do those extra cleaning things, like instead of just changing the litter on the litter box, like we're cleaning the litter, like actually cleaning it out and changing it, and all those gross things that I really don't want to do, but as an adult, kind of have to. Taking my library books back from when I began to hoard them in the before times. Figure maybe it's time after all these months that I should share them with the rest of the patrons. So I've been taking those back, promising myself I wasn't going to pick up any more, but of course I went and I got some Shirley Jackson books like I talked about, compilation anthologies rather. Super excited about starting that one. Those, I get 2 of them. Yeah. I still returned more than I took home with me, so those look cool, right? Got little gold, like matte gold beads in there. Yeah, pretty. I have another book that I'm waiting to start too. I want to read a couple of the Shirley Jackson stories before I start this book, but this book is for a book club, and it's called, let's see, can you see this? Cold Cases, a true crime collection, unidentified serial killers, unsolved kidnappings, and mysterious murders by Chana Roth. Pretty sure that's how you say her name. Pretty sure. Probably screwed it up. And there's you can already see my tabs. I've already marked them off. There's about 10 of them in here. There's 10 of them in there, and they're about 20 pages a piece. So perfect for bedtime reading. So I'm going to read a couple Shirley Jackson stories, then start that. Mostly I've just been listening to podcasts the past couple of days. Caught up on Criminal and started Southern Fried True Crime. That one's with Erica Kelly, and Criminals with Phoebe Judge. She goes like this. I'm Phoebe Judge, and this is Criminal. But she does it like softer and cooler. And Erica Kelly kind of talks the same way, where it's just they tell the story like this. Like you can tell I'm already annoyed. Like, faster! I don't mind listening to people like that when they tell me stories like this. But I generally can't do that in my life. And I've tried to be one of those people that has one of those soothing voices. I'm just not. I'm not. Get to the point. But for some reason, I like this Erica Kelly and Miss Phoebe. They soothe me, you know? I go off into dreamland listening to them. Because again, doesn't everybody go off into dreamland listening to true crime? So why my eyeballs not working? My eyeballs aren't seeing where they're going. So yeah, it's mostly been podcasts the past few days. Because like I said, I've been cleaning and just kind of doing stuff around here. So it's easier with the podcast because if you need to zone out for a couple of minutes here and there, it's not as bad as when you are doing a book. These came out cute. I really like these. Yeah. So I think that's it. Oh, I started listening to a friend's podcast. She does knitting. I'm a crocheter, and I'm not a very good one, but sometimes it's nice when you get to listen to your friends talk about things that they love. So that made me happy. And then another friend recommended a podcast that isn't technically, there's a true crime episode in there, but it's Fiber Nation by Interweave. Again, I like yarn, I like crocheting, but I'm just not, these, my friends, like, they could clothe the world. I'm not really like that. I'm like, here's a square, here's a bigger square. Both will keep you warm. But they're like little, I'm an anthropologist, so they're these little stories that go along with these handicrafts from all over the world, and I'm in love. I'm pretty sure it's actually not a fiber podcast. I'm pretty sure it's an anthropology podcast in disguise, because it just makes me so happy. So if you're into that kind of stuff, I definitely into anthropology, little ethnologies, like the last episode, I'm partial to bog bodies. Bog bodies just fascinate me to no end. And the last episode is about not necessarily a bog body. It was these clothes that these people who were digging around in a bog found, and they actually thought it was a body because they were so well preserved in, body shape. And so 50 years later, 60 years later, whatever, they're like, okay, we want to put a museum up, and this other museum now has but has the actual clothes, so we're gonna replicate them. So it was this really cool story of how they went and they just replicated all like the yarns and the stitches and everything, but they were able to tell the story because, you know, stitches from this period of time were generally Norwegian, or I don't know. I'm not a very good storyteller. I think I'm going to use my thicker wire for these. Yeah. And I don't know. It's really good. Just take my word for it and go. Sorry, I'm measuring out my wire. And go listen to that one too. Otherwise, I've been napping with the cat. Yesterday, we napped on the couch for about half an hour. And she was sitting on this blanket that I had folded up on the edge, and she was kind of sleeping, and I decided to put my head down next to her on the blanket. Well, she just got so happy about that, and she was so happy she had to clean my head. It was disgusting, but I knew it was her way of loving on me, so I let her do it. And then I napped, and then I got up and took a shower because I was sweaty from my nap and I had cat spit in my head. But she's my best friend, so I don't. Here, still do it that way. I love these little tinkle, 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 tinkles. Maybe it was a bad choice to do the thicker wire. Yeah, I think it was a bad choice. Let's do a thinner wire. There's not enough to hold on to here to be able to bend the wire, like to keep control of the wire. See, jewelry is like life. Just make it beautiful. It's a lot of trial by error. But it was like in Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear is like, he's like, I'm flying. They're like, no, you're just falling gracefully. I feel like that could be the story of my life. Falling gracefully. Sometimes not so gracefully. Anyways, so cleaning, napping with cat, podcasts. Yeah, guess I'm kind of boring right now. School's starting and it's gotten me a little nervous. I always get nervous when you start a new school, right? I mean, at least I do. Alright. It rained like cats and dogs today. But I had to go to the post office. Oh, come on, really? Yep, that's not gonna work. Alright, how am I gonna do this? I'm not very coordinated, despite what you may think. Oh, okay. Here we go. But yeah, it was like one of those rains where, I mean, the raindrops were the size of, oh, I want to say golf balls, but that's usually what you talk about when you talk about hail. But they were big rain chunks. And I was soaking wet. I'm so fumbling with this one. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, right? Probably if I start at the other end, maybe with the doves. Man. Maybe that's what we'll do in the next one. We'll start with the doves and then work our way down. Yeah, there were these, you know, driving to the post office. I'm soaking wet. There's these puddles every which way. And I drive a little car. And he's like, okay, I'm going to get stuck in one of these big puddles. And I mean, it was out of the house for all of 20 minutes, but it was perilous. Again, like I said, it's dangerous out there. We should probably all just stay home forever. Just work out of our houses. Talk to each other through videos. That's it. Done. Oh my gosh, can you hear that? You. Oh, these are so sweet. I'm magical. You like these. I don't remember where I got these pea stuffs, but I want to get more of them. I really, really want to get more of them. Okay, I want to make one for every day of the week. How cute are these? Ugh, do you want to scream? So I have another set of earrings, spoon earrings that I want to make. I generally, with my spoons, I don't buy sets. I don't buy sets for a number of reasons. How I get the antique spoons makes it difficult. I try and rescue them from scrap. And you usually don't find pairs in scrap. I need to be able to keep my costs down. So when you buy them from places like eBay, there's an assumption that you're collecting them so they can charge a little bit more. These came out adorable. Whereas, because I'm turning them into antique spoon rings. So, let's see. I'm turning them into spoon rings, so I need to still add my own labor and everything on top of it. But anyway, so I don't always get pairs. But I ended up lucking out a few years ago, probably about 4 years ago now. 4 years ago now. I found a spoon that I loved. I cut it. I was gonna make it actually into a key fob. It turned out to be too thin, I guess is the right word. I'm trying to find it right now. I'm digging through my piles and piles of messes. Of course I can't find them. So anyways, I was like, oh, and then, oh, it's too thin. Oh, I can't do anything with it. So I just kind of put it off to the side. And then just a couple of months ago, I found a matching one. Oh, here it is. A matching one. So here's, let's see. Here's the one. I had this guy, his tail, it's a fish and then a net and a seashell. And I had his tail turned in to make him the key fob. But he just, like I said, it was too thin. It's a Pay and Baker. I don't know if you can hear my cat over there drinking some water, but Pay and Baker sterling, and it's engraved AG 1905. It's really cute. So I found an identical one. I'm so excited. This one is from Washington. It's engraved on the bottom, the gold wash. So I think I'm gonna cut it right here, poke a hole, or maybe round it out and poke a hole in the shell. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But they're gonna be some pretty cool little fish nautical earrings, I think. All right, that was an aside that we didn't need to get into. Sorry. But all right, this video is running long, so because you know me, I can keep talking. But I'm gonna keep making some earrings, and I will check back with you guys in a few days. Hopefully I will have read some of my Cold Cases book and get back to you on what that's like and a review on that. But anyways, be nice to each other, be kind, keep fighting the good fight, and be safe. I'll talk to you soon.